We saw Kadanja actually earlier in the tournament play a really, really mean Caitlyn, paired up with a Soraka, again, to try to survive through some hate, some bursty damage, and it looks like it's going to be the same thing against this Tristana, and I assume it's probably going to be Tara, Persona, someone like that as a support.
Later. Yeah, no, and we saw this combination earlier. It's his. I think that's more of his comfort zone. I think now that apparently Jace isn't being taken onto the field, they're going back for at least this second game to be a little more standard. I'm surprised that Amumu didn't get banned. I like the pick of Katarina to kind of counter the desire to get all up on it, but still, Amumu was devastating last game.
Yeah, and KT Flash going back to his Vlad. This is a pretty scary team lineup from KT Flash's team. They have a pretty solid lineup. But at the same time, the blue team pretty good. Wukong, not sure how well it's going to work out. I'm interested to see how his Wukong does. I feel like it's at least in some respects, if he gets it rolling, it'll be definitely a better pick than Gangplank. It'll contribute a lot more, but we'll have to see. I'm really interested if Madsky can actually come back against this Vlad this time, as opposed to what kind of happened in the first game, where his Rise got completely zoned out and was that sitting at like a 50 CS deficit before 10 minutes.
Now he doesn't have to worry about the mana now he can just throw bouncing blade. Wait, sorry, no, she has mana. But now he has the bouncing blades. He has the thing that makes him not heal as well, so he'll be able to put some hurt down.
Good deal. And it's actually going to be the first Katarina that we've seen. They've been all banned out previously. In all the games that we've seen, Katarina's usually been a typical, main ban for a lot of these teams and players. So, what team are you taking in this game? What are you feeling?
I mean, when it comes right down to it, they're both strong teams. Tomato Orange has a really good team with him that's going to play a great standard game. The thing that I really liked about KT Flash gets out there with a theory and then proves that their theory is correct. That last game, they were losing, and the entire time I was just saying, wait for the team fights, and they got into those team fights, they were able to lock down Vayne, and they played their game hard. It was not very conventional, but it was exactly what needed to happen, and there was no answer for that on the other team. The other team wasn't able to come up with a solution for the problem presented. Here we have a much more standard game, and in a straight-up fight, I think Tomato Orange's team's got it. I think Tomato Orange team has proved that in that straight-up fight, they were a much better run at.
I'm kind of curious to see, because they were talking about, speaking of KT Flash's team, they were talking about, like, oh, we only practice strats for blue side, and now here they are on red side. But I'm wondering, like, what about, because I'm looking at that last strat, and, like, nothing about that last strat to me was like, this has to be blue side. Like, I'm interested to see what their reasoning is and what they came out with if I get a chance to talk to them later. But this standard comp still, we've seen it be effective before. We saw Dandruff on Riven. She won her lane pretty solidly, was pushing the second tower pretty hard. Kadanja, obviously, we saw Raja and Kadanja with the Soraka Caitlyn combo was super effective. And Be the Bunny has been playing a really good Amumu. So, and KT Flash last game. I mean, all these characters are pretty much known commodities, how good they are. I think it's up to Madsky to not lose the lane to KT Flash, because I think how this game goes depends on how top and mid lane get farmed, because the rest of their team is pretty good. Tomato Orange you can count on, but Blue Sun after the Gangplank game last time and Madsky after losing their lanes last time, if these two champions don't get farmed, then they're not going to be effective enough for the team fight for them to win team fights as good as their abilities lend them to be. So I'm really interested to see how that turns out if they can win their lanes. Because if they can do well in their lanes, then yeah, they have a really scary team fight. Outside of that, if they don't do well in their lanes, like their team fight pretty much kind of falls apart.
That's true. That's absolutely true. I do like this double initiate that they got. They love Blitzcrank. They love Skarner. And Blitz getting through. Blitz ban over a zillion ban. I don't even understand that as an option. That must be something personal that I don't get. Um, if they get those initiates down, I still have faith in the truck. Especially now that they don't have like that big answer for like, oh, you pulled me? I'm Jace. Have a nice day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Wukong is going to be looking to straight up. I mean, both of these champions that you see, like Wukong and Riven, they're very based on the fact that they want to get some kind of advantage, and then just like snowball really hard because both of them snowball any sort of advantage really hard with their AD. If they could get some early support, like a gank off, that'd be great. But neither of the heroes, the junglers that we see here, are necessarily like the stereotypical be super aggressive early, like get you an early gank type of champion. So they're gonna have to bide their time a little bit. We might see a Mumu rotate in there if he does blue and gets a fast red, rolls over there, but we'll have to see. Wukong's pretty elusive. I don't know if he'll get bandage toss in the top lane.
And here goes the game. Last game, this was the first time that we saw people really working on invades. Are they going to do it this time, or are they going to just back down and get safe? Ping's looking pretty safe right now onto each other's own blue. Nothing looking too exciting.
Yeah, I mean, if I was red team at this point, I'd be pretty confident that I don't have to really invade and do anything too crazy. And blue team probably just set up and confident in the fact that they don't really want to have to risk a level 1 team fight. Because really at this point, any one of these teams, if they actually had a level 1 team fight, whatever team came on top at that point, I feel like would have a pretty big advantage. And neither team really wants to risk that scenario.
Absolutely.
Although I feel like, whenever you have a blitzkick, you have to have like some sort of confidence and swagger. And it looks like blue team's mounting up here, and they might poke in there a little bit.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
KT Flash doing the hula hoop dance on the minimap right there.
It's the most powerful of dances.
Will it dodge blitz grabs? That's the question.
I don't know.
So looking at all good Vlad players don't actually put a point into any of their abilities until stuff hits the fan and they might need to pool. So Vlad hold on to his abilities, just running away. They haven't pushed out the red. I think taking their red, honestly, would be just as good. And that's looks like what they're going to do. That's just as good taking their blue. Because he's going to get his blue. But it looks like red counter-invading again. None of these teams ward when they head out for the invade, which I think is kind of like, should be a standard play.
It is a pretty standard play. I mean, I feel like it's been shown time and time again that warding when you go for the invade is how you guarantee yourself safety.
We're gonna have a confrontation. Caitlyn, great grab on her. She's gonna flash to get out of this, and they're not quite able to follow that up right there. But nice little poke in there, and they actually pull him away from raids, but he was still able to farm all the raids except for one little raid. So mission accomplished technically.
And Skarner super low.
Yeah, he's gonna need a lot of help if he wants to even think about blue. But it looks like he might go in. Level 2, he's way too low.
Especially against a Riven. Riven will just and Riven just making herself be heard top lane.
Yeah, she's just one of those champions that just really, really, really hurts. And Wukong going in there and just realizing like this is not really working out for me.
There must have been a cooldown on Broken Wings or something right there. There must have been a cooldown. She would have been, yeah.
Yeah, she still had cooldown.
Yeah, because he was low enough to just die, and now he's got the Kai burst here on level 2. Gonna be set.
There it is right there. Stun following up, getting that third Broken Wing off.
Doesn't matter.
First blooded bottom lane. Wow.
Soraka will drop bottom lane. Super aggressive bottom lane. Getting even that close range pull there. Popped right out of the bush. Just wouldn't let her get away. Held her down and just spanked her. Oh, and here comes Skardad up top. They're getting super strong this game. They don't want any more shenaniganry. And here's going to get a kill. Wukong diving in for it. Going to take a turret shot. Will he survive the second? Does with like 10 health. But that's all he needs to get out of there. 2 kills blue. This is the game that I was talking about. The standard game. Oh! A big grab! And she can't 99 caliber net far enough away to get out of that Tristana shot. Boom! Exploding shot. Done. KT Flash, get on your big old man shoulders on those little palindromes going on, because this game looks a lot like last game without Jace.
Yeah, I mean, really, they've really turned it on, at least in this game so far.
Absolutely.
And mid lane going a lot better for Madsky right now versus Vlad this time around.
True that.
Going in there being very aggressive. I feel like he's a lot more comfortable playing Katarina. And so it's a lot better matchup for her, at least in this case. And yeah, she's really doing some work in this mid lane.
Oh, top lane, Wukong coming back with a vengeance. A little bit stronger, a little bit wiser.
Muma coming in here wants to try to get off something, but it's not going to happen. Matsky doing his best to dodge this, and now Riven might be in a little bit of trouble trying to put down that ward, gets off a stun. Just wanted to close that distance, but wasn't able to do it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Riven has so much mobility just built into her kit. Not saying that Wukong doesn't. Wukong has a great dash that leads to a great combination, but Riven can just keep running away. She is the bunny.
Yep. It looks like Vlad's going to be the first one to flinch and back off. 24 CS. He's actually kind of falling.
Oh, down bottom. We got a big fight going on. Almost get Blitzcrank down. Tristana, though, mopping up Caitlyn and then pushing Soraka out of lane.
Oh, wow. That was actually an amazing grab, actually, by Blitzcrank right there. Into the brush. And he was able to actually be able to escape out of it and survive. Pretty impressive.
Big deals for everybody.
Oh, another grab just barely missing Soraka there. And yeah, 4-0 jumping up really early. And Tomato Orange's team, I mean, they obviously got onto some champions they like a lot more. And Skarner coming up here possibly for a gank if he can get close enough to her. It's going to be very, very close.
Oh, there goes the stun.
And that's going to do it possibly.
Nope. And then a Moo coming in. Big grab from the Moo. The tears are everywhere. So much crying. So much blood.
And Amumu's been doing a lot better on his jungle path, it looked like. It looks like Skarner might have just leveled up there. But looked a little bit ahead. Or I think he came in there, he was 5, and Skarner was 4 still. But yeah, Tomato Orange, not only does he have the 3 kills that he does now, but he's also building up his CS. And, you know, bottom lane is starting to look very, very bad for them. But one thing I do know about Kodancha is, you know, I was talking about it earlier, he does know how to get CS. He will, you know, he has that range of Caitlyn. They do have sustain. They're probably going to be hugging their turret for most of the time, but should have a little bit of faith in him to basically stick with this and, you know, get some farm
I
still.
have faith for him to get there, but, I mean, he's going to get his farm. It's just going to come down to Tristana getting big shots off, and Blitzcrank pulls.
Another grab.
No!
And
the hop behind!
That was
and
awesome.
getting the shot
awesome
out.
Play.
That's the one I was talking about. Flash over the wall to save her, but she is so low and so absolutely broken. If she doesn't pill right now, she's absolutely dead. That was the pull I was talking about. That big shot, getting that pull, jumping behind, and just making it work.
I almost feel like the tale of these 2 games is simply like, first game it seemed like Blitzcrank couldn't get any grabs, and this game it's like all Blitzcrank, like grabbing all the time. Like his grabs have been money.
Remember.
Be the bunny. Yeah, KT Flash really is really behind the ball here. Almost 30 CS advantage. Actually, over 30 CS advantage for Katarina in mid lane. The only place they're really getting some victory is this top lane, but the Ignite on it might finish off Riven. She used that shield though, is gonna save her, and she will live. And she's gonna back off Alice. Doesn't want to risk Wukong getting too crazy there. I think Katarina is definitely a ban for if this does go to a third game. Which is still, KT Flash still very much in this game. But if it does go to a third game, Katarina should be a ban coming from KT Flash going forward.
I believe Katarina will be a ban because apparently they were holding this in the back pocket for game 2.
Yeah.
And some serious action just showed up.
Ooh. Good bandage toss onto her, but it's not going to matter. No real damage to follow it up. Skarner in the area now to back up. I think does go down, and Katarina all up in the business.
Sometimes you just got to do work.
So right now, looking at these teams, looking at just like sheer, because the gold's starting to stack up. It's about 3K. A lot of that gold they're looking at is actually spread pretty evenly, except for Tomato Orange has the mass majority of it. 3.5K is essentially 1,400 gold more than anybody else on the entire red team.
Yep. And the top turret, or bottom turret, is just, like, really wants to live, likes life, but is going to be falling here somewhere around 15 minutes, if not sooner.
Yeah, I fully expect that. It's basically whenever blue team wants to take it out, they can. But if they do decide to take it out early, they need to do it. But oh my gosh, Soraka getting caught yet again by those pro Blitzcrank grabs. And I love the combo because they get pulled in, and then Tristana jumps in and then pushes them away with their ultimate.
And that completely negates your flash.
Yeah.
Your flash is negated by that. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, I mean, unless you can flash before you can get the pop-up, but it's not happening so far. And they keep burning it because they keep getting pulls and grabs off. And Wukong looks like he might be able to get himself a kill in this top lane. Riven trying to trade with him. It's so close. And will the minions be able to pick up a kill? No, they won't. Kaylin falling yet again. This bottom lane is just rolling. And right now, 7-0. Tomatoes Orange team with vengeance coming in here.
Oh, hold on one second. We might be getting an 8th one here if she decides to jump for it. Nope. And the mummy cries away. I was expecting blood. I even had Daniel Day-Lewis all queued up and everything.
So 5K advantage now. 12 minutes in. That's pretty substantial. Not just the gold, but also the levels as well. Stacking those both up becomes a real problem for the enemy team. 2 levels ahead in mid lane is Katarina. I mean, this is just. I mean, we went from a game where it was pretty close. Red team looked like they had a bit of an advantage, but KT Flash was winning his lane in mid, top was winning, and then this game we switch, and every lane for Tomato Orange's team is pretty much winning in this game.
Yep, and this is what I'm talking about. That straight up fight of a game, and that normal game, I believe in the orange. This is just your standard game here, and they're just outplayed. They have to come up with a problem that orange can't solve.
Skarner just beat feet out of there after Mumu shows up. The only thing we haven't seen is, Matsky's been pretty focused in this mid lane. And arguably, you don't want to let any Vlad just kind of get a free ride as he levels up. But, oh, another grab out here on Kadancha. Already used her net. Gonna flash now. Flashes down. Katarina actually flashing in. And a Mumu coming in from the side gets up an ult, but no one's really there to follow it up. Vlad trying to get some damage in there. Exhaust goes down. Matsky's going to fall. And the rest of the team just kept getting chased down. Now Ace in the hole going to be able to hit Tomato Orange over the wall, but Tomato Orange just barely survives, flashing over. Double kill now in red team with a really good team fight right there.
That was a really good team fight. That could have gone a lot of ways, like really easily. Everybody was really low. Bunny hopped over the wall with his bandage toss, just deciding to go in, forcing his team into the fight, and they came out on top. Mad props.
Yeah, I feel like blue team kind of strung themselves out a little bit too much in the chase for Caitlyn there. I mean, the flash from Madski was, she really wasn't in range to go in there and finish it off. And without that, you basically just blow your flash for not a much of bang for your buck. So
You know how much I like bang for my buck.
you do. You love it. It's your favorite thing. Well, not your favorite thing. Second favorite.
No, it's my favorite thing.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Just making sure.
Don't you tell people what my favorite things are and are not.
The Wukong combo and the trades from him and Riven are pretty much ridiculous at this point. They basically have similar builds entirely, and just keep trading. They're like, I'm AD, I'm AD. I have Ninja Taiba, I have Ninja Taiba. Still damage with each other, be happy.
Nobody wants to give it up.
And yeah, Red's been pushed completely out of blue buff without even an AD there. And will there be a smite steal? It looks like there is going to be a smite steal. And grab onto
big hook there.
They're focusing all their cooldowns on him. They're going to be able to get him. Nice little pick off there. They actually were able to get that blue buff back. So maybe that was Skarner's plan all along. Except for he actually didn't have smite up. And Dragon up in perfect time. See Red responding by just pushing their lanes, farming as much as they can. Looks like KT Flash might decide to head up top, or it might just be start farming Rays even more. Looks like, yeah, he's going to start farming Rays.
That was a nice... Everybody taking their time doing Dragon, I guess.
Yeah. Ready, break. But yeah, it was really nice setup right there. Able to pick off the jungler kill. Always makes grabbing all those buffs a lot easier, especially when you're moving moves all off the board too.
Fact.
Pretty key component. So taking out the mid turret, putting a lot of pressure again, even further, and now they can just rotate up and take the top turret if they even want to. Start to really open up the map, especially after taking up that middle turret. Everything pretty much opens up. The only question now is warding. And looking at red team, they have a ward at their own blue. Otherwise, they have no vision on the map. Blue team has a couple wards in river and at the blue buff. So they have some decent vision, but both teams probably going to want to grab, especially blue team's going to want to grab at Oracle and just start invading the jungle, warding it up, removing any vision that red team has, and start playing on objectives.
All right.
Soraka blue pilling by red buff. Thought she might be going for it for a second. Was confused.
Katarina just getting work done.
Oops.
Top lane just bruising each other. But here comes Blitzcrank. Here comes the double hooks.
The point blank blitz grab, always the hardest one to land.
No, it's because they're not running.
In a straight line. Always the hardest. Those angles.
Too fast.
And Riven actually is ult is down now. Using it right there, pushing this lane just a little bit. And meanwhile, mid lane, Katarina and Tomato Orange are pushing this really, really hard. Tomato Orange can just poke this turret, deal a lot of damage if he wants.
Yes, he can. And, well, quite frankly, why wouldn't you? Tomato Orange gets to shoot whatever he wants when he pleases.
Ooh.
Oh! Quarter health, one shot.
So much damage coming out of him right now. And actually another blitz grab onto a Mumu. Mumu's got to be hating that right now. Flashes over the wall, finds a Wukong. Tomato Orange rocket jumps over the wall to chase him, pushes him safe into safety and away from Wukong's ult. And now it looks like they might focus on this turret. They have not done that yet, but they will take it down now after cleaning up a kill in the top lane. Everybody involved on that one. Goals for everybody.
Yay!
Yay!
5 people diving on an innocent mummy just on their tower just doesn't seem fair.
I just want to have someone to play with that doesn't try to kill me underneath the turret. So things looking pretty bleak for red team right now. About 8k down. Under a lot of pressure in their second turrets.
This is, like, right now we're getting to that point where they need that strong team fight comp. that they had last time. They need something. They need something. Oh, and a hook over the wall. That's going to just be a ton of damage getting laid down. No kill yet, but still, too many dicks on the dance floor.
Ooh, Blitzcrank, you don't have any mana, buddy.
Yeah, but his team
But
does.
he has a team. Team's pretty good. Ignite onto Soraka. Nice and pale onto Vlad. Vlad's very, very low right now. Katarina getting focused in here. She's just barely going to survive. Has the exhaust on her still. Build her Peacemaker. Just barely missing her. Tomato Orange now rocking in here. Ult Vlad, and Vlad has 30 health. Backing off out of this, and Red Team's going to keep some members alive. Very, very close right there to having picking up kills for both teams.
No, that could have been. That was an incredibly good fight up until you realized Tomato Orange hadn't got involved yet.
Yeah.
And when he changed that was when Red had to run.
Yeah, when the funny looking wobbling rocket jump Yordle jumps in, and then that's where the sad face happens.
Yeah, that's what makes the sad face.
So both teams just kind of waiting out. Blue team dictating a lot of the play right now. Looking at them, they do still not have an Oracles, I believe.
No, they hate oracles. All of them do.
Apparently both teams, they're anti-Oracles. They did so.
What would have really changed that last game, like for a permanent, if Katarina had saved her ult instead of wasting it on just trying to kill Soraka, if she had waited till the team fight truly happened and then used her ultimate, that would have been an ace.
And there's great grab onto Soraka, and she's gonna get feasted on by Tomato Orange. I mean, really, at this point, they can. I mean, it's all in Blue Team's court to basically move around and do whatever they want.
Yeah, no, this is getting ugly. This isn't even just Skarner just taking traps and tower shots. Like
I mean,
they were Skittles.
To me, there's two bans that kind of come out of this game. One is the Blitzcrank, and the second one is, and the first one is the Katarina. But
well, Blitzcrank should always be banned. That's how it works. Blitzcrank is always banned. And boom,
nice
Vlad going
here.
down.
Skarner going back in as always, then running back away. Tomato Orange with a double kill here. Gonna pick up the triple kill, and he's just kind of been like, "Don't worry, team. We got this finals. We can give up a game. I'll carry us to victory."
I bet the other team's really wishing they'd said that best of one.
I know, right? It's one of those scenarios where like, no, best of three, just in case I lose, and then you're the team that wins, and then they're like, all right, no, we're pretty confident. We handled that last game pretty well, and then this game happens, you're like, dang it.
Mistakes have been made.
But you know they're gonna get the advantage come second game if blue team wins, and they'll get to pick their side. Probably gonna be blue side again, and they'll get to kind of dictate some picks there. But it was just to see how it shakes out.
I don't even know why people like being blue side.
I don't like being blue side. I like being.
I don't
blue
even
side.
know why people don't like being blue side. Dude, I'm just Blitzcrank. It doesn't matter what side I'm on. I'm gonna grab your butt.
Grab that Ash.
And blue team peels off of Dragon really quick. They realize the whole red team is coming down on him. Oh, the big grab!
Unfortunately, this is not where you want to land the grab. That's
here
the
comes the
problem
Moo Bandit sauce.
in this scenario. Very, very low. That cat scan basically just gave the enemy team a double kill.
Yeah.
For
But
free.
hey, they needed to go back, and real men go back by doing that.
We're gonna let you get Dragon, and then we're gonna give you 2 kills and this bottom turret. It's cool. It's okay.
Real men go back by dying, and having a 10k gold advantage,
Yes, this is true.
and having super minions pushing up on your base.
Factually correct.
So enjoy
Having
that.
Wukong split push like a boss.
So Wukong's going to get another turret here, because if they go and contest that, the super minions are going to come in for their base turrets.
Yep. Baron is still on the board, although I believe Tomato Orange, as far ahead as they are, and knowing that Red team still is a gamer in team fights. Probably doesn't want to risk really fighting over that if they can help it. Unless something really tips them off. They have a lot of minions pushing base. Someone's missing.
The super minions are gonna touch your tower. Caitlyn can't kill them by herself. Need help.
SOS.
All right, with Caitlyn in their base, they know she's there. They couldn't contest this fight if they all went for if they 5-push a Baron right now.
Yeah, I agree. It looks like Tomato Orange and Katarina's kind of on their own, just kind of roaming around,
Looking for kills. Free kills? Free kills?
Both teams
truck,
apparently
Truck's going truck mode.
Both teams apparently had an Oracle's truce. No Oracles allowed.
I'm waiting for the flash pull. Nope,
Ooh.
just the pull into the flash. 16 seconds.
That's one way to do it.
Blitzcrank, #1 hater of flash. See, now they've grouped them all together in their base. They were much safer if they wanted to do something with them split up. Pushing them all together is just going to make them stronger.
Ooh, Van Shaw's a little bit off there.
It'll be okay. They'll get the start out of it.
Yep. And now here comes the press in. Tomato Orange just needs to keep that positioning, just poke it as much as he can, have the rest of the team go and distract. Not anybody totally caught. Pretty good alt there. Riven is absolutely melted. Vlad trying to come back into this. Wukong's going to fall, trading 1-for-1, but red team is a lot lower at this point. Tomato Orange is going to blow up Soraka. No chance to survive there. Amuma trying to come in here, cry back in. Skarn actually taking a lot of damage in here and wants to get that kill. Tomato Orange going to clean it up. Now just turn around, getting that lifesteal, and that Piltover Peacemaker ill-advised. Blitzcrank flashing.
For the uppercut just to save, taking all of that ace in the hole to the dome. That right there is how you play support.
Yeah, and to be honest, like you said earlier, you bunched him up and became more dangerous, and there you have a team fight right there that actually went in red team's favor, honestly. I mean, they're behind. Any team fight where they come up ahead is good for them.
Yeah, they also have minions on their turrets now, which is never good, but they'll they'll peel those off real quick. Dumb way.
Yep.
Trash them.
Pink wards, it's the cheap man's oracle.
Pink wards, waste of oracles.
Red team doing a lot of warding of their own top jungle at this point, trying to get some vision, sneak in there and get some vision on Baron, though. I'm sure they definitely don't want that to go down, and it looks like they're training towards that area right now and throw a ward in the back.
I see the ward in the back, you know. They know nobody's picking up oracles. They've seen that as kind of a, I guess, a thing. Oh, and a big grab!
Great grab. Grabs for days. Vlad going in there. A lot of good initial damage coming from Riven. Riven just diving in there, although she is going to fall. Tomato Orange, great position with that rocket jump, getting outside the damage zone of the team fight. Now he's coming back in, cleaning up right here. Vlad, the only member left, and just a few auto attacks, and this is over.
I heard you guys like range, so we put some range on a character that gets bigger, and that's the game. That's game.
Yeah, that is game. So game 2 going to Tomato Orange. So we will have a game 3 of this finals for the Google Inhouse.
An exciting game 3. A game 3 of champions.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see what KT Flash comes back with for game 3.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
I think that Tristana just don't care. Wait, are they not finishing it? Nope.
No, red team is respawned.
Red team's
I think they're low to the point where they might actually try not to fight this out, although I think Tomato Orange just need to keep Tomato Orange like relatively attended, and it's pretty much over.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Still hovering around 11k gold lead. Tomato Orange with almost 11.5k gold. Closest member of the enemy team, 7.5k.
Ah, 5K, I don't see a difference. I don't see a problem. I don't know why that's an issue.
He's almost holding half of his team's gold lead. Like,
well, he wants them to know who's boss.
I don't even know how that Yordle can walk at this point.
She has the backpack.
Oh, there you go.
She keeps all her gold. Yordles are very stout people.
They're kind of like dwarves, is what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. With pointier ears. Less beard. And a weird thing with a school that likes to blow shit up and make interesting things. They're like elves
Always
and
the
dwarves.
key factor, key defining factor.
And why not? Let's get a dragon.
Yeah.
Let's stack some gold on our gold because I heard you liked having gold.
Slain the dragon.
Word. Gotta get that gold lead farther ahead, man. Gotta get that 12k gold lead. It's key.
It's the thing that keeps the world going round. There we'll get seen coming through here, and red team will start coming back quickly. They'll take this blue buff, put it on somebody with you who can use it. Hope. And now it's just waiting to find somebody and then make them dead.
Yeah, Blitzcrank to get another awesome pull, and that's pretty much it. And good warding actually by red team, catching this cross point. Looks like blue team again just gonna make sure clear out this last turret, clear out the inhibs. I imagine red team might engage on this turret if they decide to go in.
I'll be excited for that.
Blitzcrank is
Wukong,
being
though,
patient.
split pushing for the second inhibitor, though. They have to answer, and when they answer that, that means it's going to leave Tristana to knock a turret down.
Auto attack so painful right now. Oh, grabbing the minion. And Skarner and Wukong, Team Bruiser, taking out the top inhibitor. Another grab by Blitzcrank onto Soraka. Seems to be his favorite target here. And Katarina's going to go in, spin out, do a little bit of damage, but then eventually fall. And now it's just, rest inhibitor's going to get cleaned up. Blue team really just can just press home on the back of these super minions they're going to be pushing in. And the clearing power of Tristana, honestly. I mean, they can just clear all these waves with their explosive shot.
Yep.
Red team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Amumu's
Amumu wanted
been
to
doing
kill
work.
so badly.
Amumu's been doing work. He's definitely in the status running for MVP on this game for his team.
Oh yeah, I would definitely agree with that. He's been making some good plays. So far, game one, KT winning mid lane and top lane, ended up winning the game, despite their bottom lane kind of losing out. And then this game, it's the reverse, and of course Tomato Orange winning out. So apparently the key is you win you win. Actually, well, in this case actually, Tomato Orange team won all the lanes and getting picked off a little bit here. Guardian Angel's gonna go down. A little bit of a moral victory, but I don't think they're going to be able to hold off a bot-up blue team combined with triple inhib.
Yeah.
Almost losing that turret, too.
Yeah, that's almost a naked nexus.
Red team's inhibitor is respawning soon.
Uh-oh. Inhibitor respawning.
And without Tomato Orange, they're going to start this Baron. They're going to find out that they do not deal a lot of damage without him.
Well, it's good being a slow Baron because 10 seconds till he comes back up.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to work out for them as long as Wukong doesn't die in the process. I think he'll be fine, hopefully.
He has the Guardian's Angel. He'll be fine.
Then wait. It's K. He doesn't
know.
need Baron. He has so much gold, so many items. He's good. So 12k gold advantage still being held on to. Farm's going back up because red team's going to get to farm all these minions that keep pushing into their base. But blue team is not really concerned with that. They have the Baron buff. They have
Tristana. That's
Yeah,
what they have.
they have
They have
Tristana.
Tristana.
they have to sneeze
have-
on a turret to get to the Nexus.
You mean they have to one-shot a turret?
Yep.
And it's a mid party.
And Red's going to have to really pull off something spectacular if they want to stop
Been
this.
destroyed. Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And there we go. Fight is underway. Amumu ulting, getting blown up right away. Pretty much everybody on the red team evaporating here under the weight of the advantage of this blue team. And they should be able to clear out this Nexus. Tomato Orange is kind of focusing on it and should be closed out very shortly. And Tomato Orange's team winning game 2. And we will have game 3 coming up shortly, hopefully.